All right, hello everyone. We are back. I'm Mike Lowe, and we are in Madden 24. We are up to week 3 already. There's 2 previous videos. If you missed them, we did week 1 live, I think yesterday. And then last night I played week 2 offline, but created a really quick, maybe 6-7 minute highlight reel of that game there. So I will try to avoid the spoilers, even though there are obviously some up on the screen. But nonetheless, we're going to be jumping into gameplay for week 3 here shortly. And I wanted just to talk through kind of where we're at. I know some people were asking just kind of about general strategy of like team building and that kind of thing. And we're going to get into all that really with each episode as we go. Today, we're going to be talking about a couple things. Number one, we're going to be talking about the relationship with your quarterback, really. And in my case, it's Mac Jones. And we're going to be just kind of figuring out who he is, how he fits, how I fit him, and that sort of thing. And then we're also going to be talking about contract extensions and really that element to the game. Of course, there is scouting that's open. There's even the first mock draft, but there's not really a whole lot to look at or talk about, so I do want to get into that at a later time. So before we dive into that, though, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. If you haven't liked this video or others, please do. That definitely helps get more people out there and more people interested. It's so interesting to see whether it's 2K or this game. I'll have people ask the question on the YouTube channel, just generally, like, how do you get in the franchise? Like, I'm overwhelmed by it. It's confused. I don't understand it. And it's so weird because this is what I grew up with, and I probably feel the exact same way about like my team and Mutt and stuff like that, where it's like, I don't understand this. I don't ever use this. And for me, it's interesting when I hear people who I would assume are like fans of the NFL or the NBA or whatever, but not necessarily. But then it's like they're confused by what franchise is. And so that's kind of one of the goals here with this channel, not just with this series, but really any videos, just to try and educate people on just really what is team management? How does this thing work? And how do you build a winning team? And how do you tear things down? Or how do you do things that are maybe a little bit different than just a general teardown? So anyway, if you do have questions on that, definitely let me know. I'm happy to chat about that. I probably make too many assumptions that people are comfortable with a lot of this stuff. So I wanted to work into some of those elements. But again, I will keep my eye on the chat here as we go. And yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. It's been a lot of fun so far. Madden, I mean, I'm getting penalties. That's kind of the first thing I'm excited about. You know, if you look here, a couple weeks now in, I mean, usually by the second week, it's like, all right, that ship sailed. We're going to be the best team in the league as far as like penalties against. And so far, we're not. So this is the least amount. I mean, we're on the page, right? We're at 8, but still, there are teams that, you know, are fully simulated with less. So it's like, oh my gosh, there's hope. This is really, really, really encouraging. And some of those have been delayed game penalties by me, but that's okay. If one or two of those work in, that's no problem. So the other thing, like I said, I wanted to get into before gameplay. I shouldn't say the other thing. The first thing I was talking about is the relationship with your quarterback. And so we're going to pull up here. We're going to talk just really briefly about Mac Jones, but more specifically, just kind of your game plan, your thought process, and that kind of thing. So let's look at Mac Jones. Who are we talking about? Because he's in like the top 5 of yardage and touchdowns so far, but his completion percentage has been like abysmal. And it's really weird. He's at 44%. His QB rating is the lowest of his career. So again, it's kind of continuing this trend. There's just 2 games in, I should say, of really just he's kind of regressing from his rookie year where his completion percentage was much higher. And so that's what I really wanted to get into. Now his yards per game is higher. I believe his yards per attempt is, well, it's actually the lowest in his career still. And so again, really, really small sample size. We're definitely getting sacked a little bit here, but he's already has his career longest pass. So he's like opening up his game a little bit more, while at the same time, really not being too dangerous with the ball. And I've mentioned on the week 1 stream that he is a game manager. I mean, he's literally a game manager if you go in and look at his profile. And I think, what do they call that in this game? The field general, I think it is. So he is a field general, and he's a 73 overall. So like, should I be getting to the Pro Bowl with this guy every year? Absolutely not. Should I be leading the league and even yardage and things like this? Really, no, unless we're maybe a really bad team throwing the ball a lot or something like that. So like, it is what it is. And the accuracy thing is, I like medium passing. To me, it's the perfect risk reward. I think deep accuracy, there are always some shots, but there's a lot of risk with that. You can't just build an offense, in my opinion, around just deep balls. If you get it shut down, like, what are you going to do? You need medium accuracy. You're going to need guys to get open, and you're going to need conversions. And a lot of those passes you're completing are, 6, 8, 10-yard completions. And so medium accuracy is really the most important one that I'm looking at. Of course, short accuracy is nice, But what I've found in Madden with a lot of players is that with short accuracy, I mean, you get rushed. RPO stuff, you're rushed into making bad decisions. You're throwing before you're even getting pressure. And so it's really key for me as a player. I try to be patient in the pocket, which is where I probably am taking a few too many sacks. But I'm not throwing many interceptions, just the 1 through 2 games so far. And it's really just kind of helped to let those routes develop. And you'll see in the highlights from week 2, I put in some lowlights too, where Mac Jones, we're making the right throws, guys are getting open, and he's just having trouble with this. And so it's something through the actual coach badging, or whatever you call it, the little traits that you can get for your coach. It's something I'm working on with this guy and the coaching staff in general, is to try and beef up that medium accuracy, because I think with his really nice play action score, again, he's only a 74 overall, we can do a lot of really, really nice things. And that's what Zeke Elliott's been so good on this team for us so far. So I have to also understand that part of the relationship too, is that, hey, this just isn't Mac Jones's game, even though it's what I like to do. I got to work with what I have. He is a more accurate and more efficient short passer, and technically even deep passer. But in my opinion, he doesn't really have the arm strength. So like deep passing is kind of off the board unless a guy's just beat and I can just kind of chuck it up there even if it's underthrown. Haven't really seen too many of those. And so what I'm trying to do with this week is work in some of that short accuracy, try to get his completion percentage more respectable this week, because it's going to be obviously an important thing moving forward as we develop. He's still 24 years old. He's got star development, so he's still got some potential here. But being technically a 73 with a little bit of a boost there with his the temporary upgrade there, he's, again, it's not like he's even an 83 at this point. I don't know if Mac Jones is our guy. I inherited him. I don't love his throwing power. I don't love his medium accuracy, but there's things here we can work with. And I think it's really important you understand that about your quarterback, whoever it is, in that you don't try and fit a round, what do they say, a round peg into a square hole. And that's what I've probably been doing a little bit too much here. So I really just wanted to kind of call that out and just talk about that relationship a little bit. It's probably the most important relationship you're going to have as you're playing Madden, is just getting a good grasp on who that person is, who's leading your offense, and most of the time really leading your team down the field. And again, just building rallies around and all that stuff. So again, if you got questions on that, just let me know. Really quick look at the top 10 prospects. Again, I'm not going to get into drafting just yet. We will be doing that on future episodes for sure. But you can see Sam Edison looks like Mel Kiper Jr. there, if he was like working out all the time or something. Let's see. So, yeah, Trey Money. I like that he is the top prospect here. That's an amazing name. Trey Money, tackle out of USC. Ramon Easley, Utah quarterback. There's been a few news stories on him, so that's been cool. There was a new story on a running back that's kind of like around like the late first, early second round. So you're just keeping an eye on it. Again, it's pretty darn early still. There's no reason to really dig too deep into any of that just yet, because we just don't know what's going on with it all. It's still way, way, way too early. So the negotiation stuff is something I do want to talk about. Now, what I like about Madden 24 is all the negotiations look to just be open right away. So this has popped up this week, and we got everybody here. And, of course, I'm looking at my best players, like you probably are. We got a couple right off the bat that stand out. A 25-year-old guard, 85 overall. The guy's a monster. Really, really good pass blocker. Kyle Duggar, I like him as well. But we have some options at safety. Again, safety is one of the easier positions to fill in Madden, so it's not really one you need to necessarily spend a ton of money on. Josh Uche is not really interested in re-signing, so I'm just kind of leaving that one alone. And then we got two tight ends, literally same age, just about exact same rating. They want the exact same amount of money. And we'll have a decision there. Ezekiel Elliott, I'm definitely of the school, like, you don't need to pay running backs a whole lot. They're pretty replaceable. But Zeke's played really well. He has been super consistent. He's kept our offense alive. And Trent Brown, 30 years old, I certainly want to keep our left tackle in the picture, 6'8", 370-pounder. But again, he's at 30 years old. Is he always going to be this good? He wants 2 years, so it's not a huge risk. So, right now off the top of my head, Trent Brown is a priority. And then I think Duggar is going to be a priority, which I'll explain in a second. And then really the guard, I'm unsure. And you probably think I'm crazy because you're like, well, he's 25 years old. He's 85. Why would you not re-sign this guy? Well, because he wants close to $15 million per year. That's a hell of a lot of money for a guard. It's a lot of money for a guard who, again, very small sample size, but through 2 games has allowed 2 sacks. Now, some of that's me holding the ball, but I want to see this play out a little bit more, because if we have a guy who's just going to average a sack per game, I feel like I can get that elsewhere on this team. And so, again, it's really important that you're not just like, oh, this guy's good, re-sign him. That's not how it works. That's not how a budget works, whether it's your Madden budget or your grocery budget. I mean, you just can't buy all the food because it looks good, right? What do you already have at home? What don't you have time to make this week, or whatever? So, like, there's part of those decisions go into play. So, obviously, at right guard itself, and I don't do position changes. The AI doesn't do it, unfortunately, so I just let it be. But still, right guard, obviously, be an empty cupboard, using the food metaphor again there. But we have Strange under contract a few more years here, so that's good. And then we actually have a couple of other guards here who were drafted this year. So is it Antonio Mafi out of UCLA? I think this guy, I mean, especially if I'm getting like 1 sack per week from my right guard, I think this guy can slot in and play right guard. And he's going to do it way on the cheap, way less than $15 million. You know, guard is not as premier of a position as tackle, not even as center. And I'm of the belief, like, if I got 4 good starters, I can, like, work around that. We can kind of fill the gaps. We can help chip block with the guys a little bit weaker. We can get away with, whether it's real life or in Madden, with a kind of a weaker 5th lineman, so to speak. So that's one I'm just kind of undecided on still. We're going to have to wait and see. Duggar I really like, but we also have Peppers here. Same age, a little bit lower. It would only really buy us an extra year. But we use a lot of 3 safeties in this defense. So we like the nickel big. I don't know if my coaching staff's been calling it a ton so far because I let them do the play suggestions. But rest assured, if I ever start taking over play calling, really specifically where I'm picking the formations, I do like nickel big a lot. And it's always nice to have some extra safeties. The other thing with Peppers is I don't know if he's someone I want to rely on, because he has an 84 injury rating. With my injury slider being where it is at 50, that's a little bit troublesome. I think it's perfectly fine for him to be kind of the 3rd safety. So I actually think I might re-sign Kyle Duggar. He wants $10 million a year. I'm fine with that. He's not too old or anything like this, and he fits what we're trying to do here. He can play some zone. He's a big hitter. He's going to stop the run. His injury rating is not great, but 87 to 84 is a huge difference. Anything 85 or lower is like really, really risky in Madden. But I also want to let it play out. I want to see how it goes with these two. So, you know, right now we're looking at things. There's no undo button in an online Madden CFM. There's no undo button when you sign a player to a bad contract. So really the only negative of waiting is that as a player's overall increases, he might start asking for more money or something like that. But that's okay. I'd rather spend, we're talking 20, 50, maybe 100 grand more. It's really not much when you're talking about the NFL salary cap. So I'm okay waiting on that. So again, just a couple little strategies I wanted just to kind of work through. Also wanted to call it, I like that, trust me, this is still not great, but the new sections, like, we're getting some newer stuff this year, which is kind of nice. You can see they're highlighting Juju Smith-Schuster, who's probably been the best receiver in the league so far. He's been sick through 2 games for us. He's almost at 300 yards through 2 games, and he's outperforming everybody at this point. 3 touchdowns. He has just been awesome for us. So, but you're still seeing some errors. Like you can see there, it says Texans top rival Colts in overtime. Okay, 28-14. Now that was the score of the game, and the Texans did beat the Colts. But how do you get 28-14 in overtime? The answer is there was no overtime. It's just a textual error. It's pulling data from a place using some sort of trigger in this game, and it's just, you know, set up incorrectly there. So again, it doesn't really impact much, but just it's nice to see that they've made some adjustments. Like we're getting this little news story here that Christian McCaffrey's injured. But what I want to still see is like NFL head coach stuff where like Adam Schefter pops up and is like, hey, Christian McCaffrey has been put on injured reserve by the San Francisco 49ers. And what does this mean? Well, it means that backup so-and-so is going to be coming into the game. And like, give us those little nuggets. That's so easy to generate that text for it. And again, you have the audio recorded for Adam Schefter or whatever, each of the players' names, or just the names like, you know, Robert and Smith or whatever. And then you can easily just drop that in just like they did there. And so, you know, NFL head coach didn't even actually use real names. They just used they would just say like, you know, oh, the player was hurt or something like that. But this is nothing when we're talking 2023 video game development. So really hoping we see that stuff there. Again, they're calling out Juju Smith-Schuster there for his big game last week, 2 touchdowns, 7 catches. So yeah, that's it. We're going to be jumping in here. The Jets are a pretty decent team. Really, it's a similar game plan the first 3 weeks for me, where we're going to try to stop that middle pass, rely on just kind of that bend but don't break defense. If they want to complete some short passes, that's fine. But the run game, again, we've just been okay stopping it so far. I haven't really had to do a whole lot of game planning. Teams are still passing a lot, and so we are really focused on that. And then our offensive game plan is to try and stop their blitz. They blitz close to 40% of the time through 2 games. And so we'll just kind of see what works. Short passing, medium passing, running the ball, that kind of thing. Quinnen Williams, you can see there in the middle. He's the guy we're going to want to just really stay away from. And, of course, Sauce Gardner can basically shut down half the field there. But other than that, I think it should be, I don't know, I don't want to say smooth sailing by any means, but it's a pretty straightforward team. There's just really those 2 players that we're keeping an eye out for. And, again, I can show you the what we're looking at here. So, of course, Dalvin Cook, superstar X Factor. Got to keep an eye on him, of course. But I imagine they're going to be passing a lot. Quinnen Williams, I mentioned there. Aaron Rodgers still at the superstar level, so again, it could be really, really dangerous. Sauce Gardner going to just shut down half the field there, no problem. And then they have their right tackle. So there's some players on this team, and of course they got just gorgeous uniforms. Love what the Jets have done with those uniforms. But yeah, let's jump in. It's game time. It is week 3 action. Patriots' first road game. We're 1-1. The Jets, I think it said they're 0-2, right? Let me back out and check that. Are they really 0-2? It'd be bad news for the Jets and Aaron Rodgers to start 0-2. Yeah, they're 0-2. So, all right. Let's get into it. A little too early still to be looking at, where do you rank with team? I mean, it's a 2-game sample size, so there's just not a whole ton we need to, I guess, concern ourselves with just yet. I think our defense has been playing really well. We held Waddle and Hill to, combined, less than 50 or 60 yards receiving last week. Waddle had a touchdown. Possibly 2, I forget now, but he definitely had a touchdown on us. All right, so again, music turned off for YouTube reasons.
Back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today it's week 3.
But what's up, everyone? Say hello. Let me know what you're watching today. I'm waiting for the Bears to face the Packers. My Lions already played, of course. Gonna try and wrap this game up before then.
And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase.
And hey, if you missed that game tape, I mentioned this up on the YouTube channel. It's about 6 minutes or so long. Some highlights, few lowlights.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And I saw
he has not been good.
In the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home.
I don't mind pressing their receivers this week.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete.
Coverage there. Good job.
Felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it.
Yep, throwing into traffic. That's a good matchup, though. Their top receiver and our middle linebacker.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a...
Oh, guys. All right, so our rookie corner did not stay with him there in his zone. That was a cover 3. I had the middle there. But I don't know what Gonzalez was doing on that play. I think they're going to end up running it here.
Rodgers again now. Going right back to Wilson. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit. And he made himself available on that one.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Ooh, nice catch.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
Oh, nice. There you go. There's our rookie corner. Very nice play. We're going to go for it. We're going to bring a huge blitz here.
And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Ah.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches. And we end up getting 5 yards.
I've never seen that cutscene. It's a little different. He's hobbling off there. Some big conversions here by the Jets.
Rodgers now to throw.
Ooh.
His throw's going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw
Pulled groin for Uche.
football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletion.
3rd and 10. We're going to go to man, bring a blitz here. But we're going to put QB contain.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's unable
Oof.
to haul it in.
Some bad drops for the Jets on this drive.
And that brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Missed it.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless.
I do have field goal accuracy lowered a little bit, so you'll see especially some longer field goals as misses.
He should be warmed up. He should be into the game.
This game's playing really well.
It's almost like, oh,
Trust the hype on that part, for sure. Gameplay is really good this year.
Yeah, he's probably saying if he can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Absolute workhorse last week. Overtime, bunch of key runs.
They'll take that every time out.
And I do have my running back sub slider kicked up a little bit, so you'll see the backup, and I try to mix them in there.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4.
Double teamed him, he still makes the tackle. It's unreal. What a beast.
That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. You talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
Now Jones.
Oh, got hit as I threw. But we might go for this here. Maybe we'll try the, well, let's see. Let's just go for it.
Receivers against this secondary, that one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Just take a look at our matchup here.
Here's Jones throwing on 4.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I meant to go to X. My bad. Okay. It's alright. That was there. Tight end was wide open. I just hit the wrong button. So watch 85 here. Yeah. Okay, took a gamble.
And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Rodgers now on first down. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. Take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. Completes it to Hardman. Now he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Fine work by the Patriots.
Their defense is playing well.
Nice back-to-back plays.
It's no gimme field goal either, and they're going to go for it.
One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Here's Rodgers.
Oh, gosh.
That's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Wilson, and they got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So a lot of that is the catching and traffic rating into play there.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens.
Oh, we'll pick that off.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of...
Oh, nice play.
Fire another.
Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we got to get Mac Jones going. Talked about that. He's 0 for 2 so far.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that.
That's weird. I wouldn't throw.
but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing Jones. And able to catch it on the
Unreal. Another incomplete.
So to be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense for the Patriots much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
That one covers 29 yards, first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Rodgers now on first down.
I swear there was supposed to be somebody back there deep with me.
Jets. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are off to a 13-0.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 guys there on the left. That was just total blown coverage. I know people complain about that being like, oh, there's something wrong with the game, but I don't think it is. I would bet you if you look at player awareness and that kind of thing, I like that stuff happens. Just sucks when it happens against you, obviously.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter.
All right, uphill battle here. Get 1 score at a time.
6 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now out come the Patriots. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. In motion right goes Smith-Schuster. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up.
And right up his back.
He's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Jones hitting Juju on the slant. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
From the 45 on second down. Jones.
Jeez.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now Jones, off play action. Short pass caught by Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Jones flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The Patriots are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. They're always tough at that.
Oh, he faked it with a joke. Now he's got some room.
Huge run. We needed that.
This drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To the right side, this is Stevenson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
What's going on the left over there?
Looking to throw. Jones.
Ah.
Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
That was interesting. I was really trying to see what was going on the left, but one of the guys did drop back. And then at this point, I was just trying to actually step up and wait for the first receiver over the middle to clear. And so right there, I just tried to throw it to him because, I mean, that was a touchdown, but it just got swallowed up by 70 there.
Able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves.
Oh, needed to break that tackle.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there.
I think we will go for this, though.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
There's only 2 receivers, or 2 corners over there. Oh gosh, there's my delay of game. I always think I have 5 seconds when that thing goes off. Oh well. Keeps penalties a little more realistic.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Pretty much 3 plays to get in the end zone here.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Pats are back within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it?
Lighting looks really good in this game. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's a small thing, but it just looks really good.
Victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make
They have Quinn Williams on their extra point block team. He just got hurt. That's pretty bad. All right, well, we got one of the scores we needed.
Following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop
1 or
sign
2
here.
4th down conversions on that drive.
At the 25. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second.
I'm going to bring a blitz here. Haven't blitzed Rodgers a whole lot today.
Performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every
Yeah, he's tough to cover man-to-man with the safety.
He has showed up time and time again. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook.
Oh boy. Oof.
Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. So a 6-carry drive to last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever
Good play for Mac Jones' skill set here.
More and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Inside give to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ooh, scary to throw against Sauce, but he did have the most separation over there. Hey, we're up to 50% completion. That's a huge victory for us.
It's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's playing up.
Finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do
Might have him.
routes that'll
Oh, yeah. So you can kind of see that develop before I even snap the ball. And then it's really just kind of trusting, letting the pre-read develop into the true read. And speaking of Reed there, Reed Jr.
And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Big play. We've had a couple big plays here in this game recently. So let's look at this replay and just kind of show you. So they're way up on the line here. So I had a play action pass called and just kind of told myself, like, hey, if he gets single coverage, he's got to step, especially on a safety. We're gonna chuck it. And that's exactly what happened. So of course Sauce Gardner is over there, but he breaks, and so as soon as, like right here at this point, I'm like, yeah, this is getting thrown, because I didn't really want to go one-on-one against Sauce Gardner, because that to me is almost like a double team. And he had really good coverage on the guy on the outside, and that's fine because that wasn't even my primary read. I was pretty much like, yeah, look for long, and then if it didn't look good, immediately bail it out. And then it was kind of like a two-man show here with Zeke and then number 7 receiver, who I think is Parker. Or no, that's Parker made the catch, right? So that's Juju Smith-Schuster over there, number 7. And so it was like a two-man show there. Had plenty of time, so probably would have ended up going to Zeke. But this was just a really, really well-thrown ball, good protection, had the feet set. I mean, it's just perfectly thrown ball. So, and that's not always the case. You can watch the highlights from last week. That's not what you always get there.
So now following the big
But
play,
a couple big throws this drive so far.
all the way down at the 10. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 3.
I think we can get that slant open.
Back to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Patriots.
Ooh, it's his 4th touchdown of the year.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
He's going to run it, but it was pretty tight in the middle there.
Patriots have got it back to within a score.
Felt pretty confident on their backup, their second corner there. Sauce is great, of course, but their other corners aren't all that great. So it's just kind of a matchup dictated the move there.
Now Ryland for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
We get the ball at the half, so it'd be really nice to play a little bit tighter defense this drive.
The touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
What's up, Woody? Yeah, hell yeah. NFL Sunday indeed.
I'll go for 1 one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Rodgers, he's got the hook up here with Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do give the video a like. Uploaded we did week 1 live yesterday. Week 2, I created a quick 6-minute highlight video. Posted that today. Yeah, thanks for checking all those out.
Big plays for an offense.
Rodgers again now.
Big stop.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Mac Jones and the Patriot offense getting set to go once again. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Honestly, I think I'm okay just running the clock out. We're going to get the ball at the half. They are a better team than us. Like, there's no reason to get cute here. Oh, pushed him right into me.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out.
Gonna let this clock tick down. I should have done 2 clocks there.
How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Woody, the base slider set I'm using is from Kane's 22, I think is his name on Operation Sports, but I've adjusted them. So I'm not claiming they're my sliders at all. They're definitely based on the work that Kane's 22 is doing, but I have made some changes. So they're not an exact 1-1 match.
First official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We begin with Sean Payton's return to the field on which he won a Super Bowl. Denver on the road to take on Miami. And it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And for the moment,
You know, my theory is on these weird stats and whatnot is like, well, I don't know. I was about to say, I feel like they do a quick sim of these games on like the default 5-minute quarters. Because they don't look as bad when you look at the full box score, but they are accurate. So anyway, never mind. I'm just talking in a circle here. They just look so bad at the half, but ends up looking a little better.
In that first half, he found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one.
Woody, these are all Madden, so it's an all Madden based slider set. And they're fun. It's challenging.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as
We are gonna continue to blitz counter and defend medium pass. So sticking with the same game plan. It's been okay so far. Kinda. Don't be afraid of all Madden though. I know some people are really against it, but oh yes sir. Oh, he got hung up. Ooh, he's having a game. But again, I know it's like, oh, run the ball, but like, it's about situational running too. Like, just because the guy's been successful, a lot of it's just running in the right positions. You know, here we're going to be running a trap, so
second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with
A little play action pass here.
to get things going here in the third quarter.
Still rather run than go to a medium pass right now. Kind of in 4-down territory here too, so I don't mind running it there. Yeah, we can do a screen pass, even though I don't really like Stevenson taking this, but let's give it a shot. Looks like they are in a zone. Get a block. There we go. Good play. Keep these short passes in the repertoire here. It's not what I love to do, but it's Mac Jones's. It's what he does. When these guys are up on the line here, we could go deep, but I don't like that matchup with Sauce Gardner over there. I'm just going to totally stay away from that.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards.
Yeah, Woody, I don't know. Like, the halftime stats just look weird, but luckily it's not that gross when you look at the final box scores. So yeah, I don't know. Zone. So
Jones now throwing on first down. Forced out to
oh boy, just go down. Just go down.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Partner, just a second.
Amazed he didn't die.
Because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the
Didn't get hurt. Yay.
getting yardage before being stopped.
Might have a blitz coming off the left here. I don't mind running at blitzes though. Yeah, here comes the big blitz. Sometimes you can squeeze through it.
He'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just
3rd and 3, still 2-down territory. But we're going to call this Z spot and just take a look at it. Definitely going to ignore receiver on the right. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so it's kind of a high-low with triangle, or we can go square. I'm just going to let him in the block. Oh shit, we got to call timeout.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a
Hey, alright, so let's try that again.
get the timeout in time. It's
We can just stay in block. So it's a high-low here,
one here in this.
or we got square over the middle if it's in a zone.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, wow, we wouldn't throw it. Yeah, everybody was covered anyway.
Sacked back at the 22.
I think it was a little tight to try and go to... I was trying to go to square. But see, yeah, see that linebacker came over. It actually kind of worked out. They had really good coverage on that play. Yeah, I mean, that's... Well, then that linebacker didn't stick with him, though. Yeah, I might have been able to complete that. Yeah, either way. It's okay. 4th and 10, kick it. Some height on this ball.
For the Patriot field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing
Okay, got some points. We'll take it.
locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead.
Oh, cool, Woody. Send us a link to your, what's the sports podcast? Is it
Man down to a knee, and this will come out to the
just like general sports, or is that NFL or college football?
Now, as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way you're not counting on it. Exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. On first down, Rodgers over the middle and complete.
Tried to take his head off.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 88 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he's out of bounds.
Hopefully that's a hold.
Down to the 45.
Uh-oh. Finally seen some penalties this year, which is good. It's not perfect, but it's noticeably better.
But that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. Second catch for him today, and it'll run him down for first down.
Lazard gets the first down, and I still have to refer to my notes to remember that he was actually undrafted out of Iowa State. Put up career highs as the Packers' #1 receiver last season. The Jets hope that's production he can provide in a new shade of green.
Oh gosh, beat again. That's my bad. Same route too. My bad. That was definitely my mistake.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from
Nice play.
who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out.
Everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Jones. It's complete to Parker left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go back to Elliott.
Jeez.
Tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard
Yeah, their blocking got screwed up there.
And partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and
Still too early.
you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers.
Play the old trust the defense game here.
So possession goes.
Just don't trust me at free safety. It's really been the issue today.
1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He really continues to pick apart this defense.
He's playing a lot better week 2 at free safety, for what it's worth.
Touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down? So right now, instead of warp speed, it's just a snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Rodgers going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And he gets
39 pass attempts, only 245 yards.
down at the 39.
Maybe start switching to some more man coverage here. It's just not our strength, though.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, wow. Blown coverage.
Wide open receiver complete.
Man.
Not what you want to see because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in.
Only 5 rush plays, 41 pass plays. It's wild. So I don't game plan against the run much.
EA Sports. Jones on 1st and 10.
Yeah. Tried to get out of that. I want to look at that replay, though. Yeah, I should have gone to 84. Yep, had time. Yeah, just a bad read by me.
Loss of 5 on the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Get it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. At this point,
trying to go back shoulder to him, but
this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
no pass interference on that?
Incomplete.
Wow. Basically tackled him.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion.
You want us to go for this? I will not do that, but I will consider a fake punt if they're in the right. Okay, yeah, this might be open.
As he's on here to punt it away. And look at this, it's a fake.
Dude,
And this is incomplete.
that's so brutal.
And it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in field position.
That's a bummer.
From the 32 now.
It was definitely there. Just not our day today, guys.
Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back into the action, because once everyone's emotions come down,
We gotta start trying to strip this ball out here.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, You know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well.
Jeez. They are just lighting us up.
That's a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Jets look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Now Zerline on
Whooping
and
us.
the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
The online league I played in last year, I used to do a fake punt every single week, and I could always tell the teams that weren't watching any of my gameplay because it was once a week I would get one converted. Try and run it out. We need some quick scores. All right, let's work on some stuff. This game's pretty much out of hand here.
The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense.
Why does he keep diving forward? Isn't double tap to QB slide?
They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 29, Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
I'm trying to screen pass.
Be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense back once again. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oof. Risky. Took too long to throw that.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Jones on first down. Open man is born. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down.
What's up, Dave Kelly? Asking how do I set up a Madden 24 franchise? Do I need to be on all Madden or all pro? Do I leave main menu? Main menu doesn't matter. That's a total myth. I don't touch anything in the main menu. Get great gameplay for decades in Madden. So yeah, don't worry about it.
Throwing Jones.
Thought I could get out of that. Yeah, I mean, you just set up however. Like, I don't touch anything. I jump into my league, I create my coach, I jump in, and then I do all the settings after I create it, and it's completely fine.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, yeah, good D. I stared him down, but I felt like that was open. Just the way the defense shifted. There was a lot of space around that E and T in the Jets end zone there. So that's where I was just kind of focusing. But yeah, then that safety had time to come down. Everything else was pretty tight.
Creating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in.
4th and 3.
Let's
see what we got here. See how this looks.
Stay out there and go for it on 4th. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
First down. Oh, woof, that was close.
Taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Oh boy.
He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's fine. I was just trying to throw that bounce. Wow.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, gosh, he's just... Again, it's just not his game. That middle accuracy, I mean, that's wide open.
Defensively, you look at the numbers.
As soon as the ball snapped, you could see that was open. I'm trying to vert, see if we can assist something quick.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team.
Good D.
How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Oh, that was the first guy I was looking at, and I was okay with it. So I don't know if there's anything else that was better. Maybe 7. See, when you, it's like I see that defender fall, and like in real life, right? If you see a guy who's like tripping over himself, it's like, yeah, throw it, right? And the recovery was just really good. But really, I guess in a Madden world, I just hate throwing when there's a safety in the middle like that, going to 7 there. I mean, that's risky. So like, yeah, I don't know. That's the throw I'd make again. It was there. It was just a good play. I mean, he actually would have caught that. Good D. Tough game, tough game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
All again on 2nd down.
Oh boy.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Ooh, our run defense is getting lit up today.
Before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Man, bad. Not good.
9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Patriots will use the
Yeah, you never know. We still got the strip ball on, so yeah, they're just gonna nail it.
Seconds left to go. And
Alright guys, well that's it. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Give the video a like, let me know what you think, leave a comment, let me know what you're doing in your Madden franchise. And yeah, appreciate you guys checking out these videos, but that's going to do it for week 3. Jets get a big win, which means we get a big loss. But we're 1-2. It's not the worst place to be. We'll see how next week goes. And yeah, be on the lookout for that video. But take a quick look at the stats here, though.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks.
469 yards, total offense. Both teams ran the ball. Oof,
they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season.
I mean, they just kicked our butt, no question.
Next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
No, what we talked about earlier worked out. We did have a much more respectable, still a little too low for him, but he did start 0 for 4. But then oddly enough, we get this up and it was, still probably his worst game of the year. So interesting. Rodgers just went off. 5 touchdowns. Great game. 20 carries for Zeke. Played great. The running backs were just gross. But Dalvin Cook looks hurt. That's not good. Everyone was running the ball today. 5 broken tackles for Elliott. Receiving for the Jets, 10 for 123. Just slowly, quietly had a real nice game. Touchdown. 3 touchdowns for Randall Cobb. 2 of them because I blew coverage. 5 drops for Hardman. Yikes. 6 drops as a team. We had 2, both by Smith-Schuster there. Spread the ball around. Nobody really had a big day. Devontae Parker averaged 20 yards per reception, along with 47. Our right guard didn't give up a sack today, so that's good. 3 sacks, though. Not good. We had none. Passes defended, just a couple, one of them by a defensive lineman. How many sacks? 3. So yeah, they just outplayed us. It is what it is. But yeah, again, that's it for week 3, everyone. I'm on Twitter at MikeLow47. Again, I appreciate you checking out the video and see you next time.